Thanks for staying for sports. And in a busy weekend of baseball in the Treasure State, you got a tournament with multiple teams in Bozeman at Heroes Park and a large tournament at Pertsfield and Dealer Park, the Goldsmith Gallery tournament in Billings, bringing in teams from Idaho, Oregon, and of course all kinds of teams from Montana. And today that tournament wrapped up with a championship game from a team out of Idaho facing the Great Falls Chargers. Northwest Premier Black team out of Post Falls, Idaho is rolling all weekend, and we pick up in the fifth. Chargers down 6-0, but check out the nice defense. Northwest Premier showing bunt, but then hits a laser to third, and Chargers third baseman snags that, then ropes one to first base for the nice double play. Bottom of the sixth, now it's Lehman up to bat, cranks one out to right. The Chargers can't handle it. They had 6 errors in this contest, and that put runners on first and third. Cripps up to the plate now. His hit goes through the infield, and that scores Higgins on home, and then now bases loaded, man is walked, so Lehman is able to score. That puts Northwest Premier up 8-0, and after 6 innings, this one is done. Chargers take second at the Goldsmith Gallery tournament. The black team from Northwest Premier finishes on top. So congratulations to Northwest Premier on their win, and for me, it was just awesome to be back in Dealer Park watching some baseball. It was also a busy weekend of racing. You had the Nitro National Pro Hill Climb in Columbus. That wrapped up today. And also Big Sky Speedway had their first races of the season, and the drivers and the fans were more than happy to be back. It was the Mountain States Modified Tour Night 2 on the 3/8 Dirt Oval featuring IMCA mods, Midwest mods, and Wissota Street Stocks. Rapid City's Casey Skyberg won the IMCA mod feature. Brandon Jensen out of Wisconsin took home the Midwest mod, and Williston's Jeremy Cowshaw won the checker flag in the Street Stocks. While there may have been some out-of-towners paying a visit to the Speedway, for many the weekend was a reunion in the pits and on the track.
It is the best feeling ever. I definitely have missed them. I've met up with some of them before the races, and that was very nice. I think everybody's happy. It is definitely scary because it's the first race of the season, and we start off with the tour race, but it's a great experience. I love it. It's like my high.
Now to a more serious topic. In the past few weeks, we've seen multiple protests and demonstrations to help create a movement to end racism in our country. Now, a lot of those have been led by professional athletes, but they're not the only ones. And as Taylor Brooks tells us, in Spokane, Washington, there's a girl who gives their perspective from a younger generation.
This is history too. Like, what we do now is so important for our future.
For the younger generation, being engaged in the Black Lives Matter movement is something Mount Spokane graduate Jada Noble believes is critical.
It's so important. Like I was saying earlier, this is history. Like, are you going to be a part of this movement or not? Are you going to be a part of the change or not? Because whether people want it to happen or not, change is happening. It's going to happen. So you might as well be a part of it. You might as well support this and contribute.
Being a black woman herself, Jada knows the stereotypes firsthand, especially growing up in Spokane, where according to the World Population Review, only 2.16% of people are black or African American.
Diversity here is different. It was a little bit harder, especially moving into Spokane when I lived in Medical Lake, and it was like, you know, I got told I was whitewashed, I'm not really black, you know, and it's just like, I don't understand because don't act like I'm a thug, that I'm not ghetto, that I'm educated, that I talk this way. You get your looks when you walk into a grocery store, you're people checking in on you in every aisle, people following you around, and it's just like, really? Like, we're still, to this day, that stuff is still happening, and a lot of people don't understand that.
Change is happening. Jada can feel it, and for her it began at the protests in Spokane just a few weeks ago.
And I was crying the entire time. It was so beautiful. I loved it. It was just overwhelming from the start. It was also just like, you know, like, oh, okay, you got like a really good amount of people here, and then 5 minutes later you turn around and it's like people like overflooding in the streets. And I love Spokane. I just did not expect that many people.
While Jada makes the transition to play basketball at the University of Washington this coming year, her team is already making plans to continue driving this change in the world.
Definitely still attend all the protests, and with my team and everything, I mean, I know they'll be right there with me, and we really want to be that team that's putting everything out on social media. We're the people in the streets marching, we're the people educating other people on this type of stuff. And we're all on the same page, honestly, and that's amazing. That's exactly why I love my team so much. it's not only that like it's amazing to see like my white teammates that are like, I am here for you, I see your struggle and I'm not going to stop fighting for you. It's also I have my black teammates that are like, I feel for you, I feel what you feel, I'm going through this every day just like you, and we can all relate in some way or another.
Reporting in Spokane, I'm Taylor Brooks for SWX.
All right, thank you, Taylor. And SWX Montana's Sean Rainey spoke with some Montana Grizzly football players about what they're doing to try to progress this movement in their Missoula community, and we'll have that story coming up for you early this week. But for now, that's your look at sports. We're back after this.